A very good morning to all of you children. In today's session, we are going to learn about preposition, that is preposition of time. We are going to learn about the preposition that denotes time, on, in, and at. So we are going to learn about these three prepositions that denotes the time, on, in, and at. Okay, children? So let's move on to it. Yes. So today we are going to learn about preposition of time. Preposition of time tells us when an event occurs or when an event happened. Okay, so these prepositions, what we are going to learn in today's classes, on, in, at. Okay, these prepositions denote the time. So it tells us when an event occurs. So these preposition it tells us when an event occurs. These prepositions are called as preposition of time. Okay, so let's move on to it with examples. So first we move on to the first preposition, that is on. On is used with dates. Dates means what, children? What is today's date is? Today's date is 8th Jan. Okay? So when we speak about the date, we use the preposition on. When is the Christmas? Christmas is on 25th December. So when we speak about the date, that is 25th December is a date. Okay, 25th December. So when we speak about the date, we use the preposition on. Clear to all of you? Okay. When is Republic Day? Republic Day is on 26th January. When is Gandhi Jayanti? It is on 2nd October. So when we speak about dates, we use the preposition on. Clear to all of you? Okay. So I have a meeting on 22nd October. So when we speak about the dates, we use the preposition on. Clear? Now we'll go on to the next one. And also with days, that is all the 7 days in a week. That is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we use the preposition on. So I started working on Sunday morning. Clear? So what have we learned? On is used with day and dates. Clear to all of you? Okay. So this has to be memorized. On, preposition on is used with. So in today's session, we are learning about preposition of time. Okay, we have already learned about the preposition on. If something is on, is placed on the table, we use a preposition on. That is different. That is, okay. So in today's session, we are going to learn about the preposition of time that tells us the time when an event occurs. So on is used with day and dates. Clear to all of you? Clear? On is used with day and dates. On is used with day and dates. 2 Ds. Okay? Day, dates. So it is 2D. That is, we use the preposition on. Now, let's move on to the next preposition, that is in. Okay? Are you all ready to learn the next preposition? Preposition of time. Now, let's move on to the next preposition, that is in. In is used with months, seasons, year. Century and decade, you leave it. That we'll be learning it in the next class. Okay. So for time being, we learn like this. In is generally used with months, seasons, and year. Months means all the 12 months of the year. Seasons, summer, winter, autumn, spring, and year. When we speak about only the year, 2020, 2021, or whatever it is, 1950, 1947. Okay, so when we speak about the months, seasons, and year, we use the preposition in. So Ron was born in 2004. Have you understood? I will go hiking in December. When we speak about month, we use the preposition in. Clear to all of you? Clear? Just rewind it. So when we speak about months, seasons, year, we use the preposition in. Clear? Day and dates, we use the preposition on. Months, year, and seasons, we use the preposition in. Okay, let's move on to. Now, and also with, in is used, is also with, all of you please have a look at it. In is also used, these are the things you have to remember, you have to memorize it well. Okay, so in is also used with parts of the day. You have 24 hours in a day, so you have morning, evening, afternoon, all these are there. So with the parts of the day, we use the preposition in. In the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. Okay? In the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, and also with in 5 minutes, in 6 days, in a week, in 2 years. Understood? We'll say it once more. Parts of the day. So please remember, there are 24 hours in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. So we use, when we say about the parts of the day, we use the preposition in. With in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. And also with, when we say about in 5 minutes, in 6 days, in a week, and in 2 years. So for all these, we use the preposition in. Clear? Now we'll move on to the next preposition, that is at. At is very simple. Okay? Only in is a little bit complicated one. At is very simple, children. At is used when we speak about the exact or the specific time. Exact time. The meeting started at 8 a.m. or the assembly started at 8:30 a.m. Is that clear? So when we speak about the exact or the specific time, we use the preposition at. The shop opens at 8 a.m. Clear? And also with, not only that, we also use at when we speak about at noon, at night, and at midnight. Clear? So when we talk about the morning, afternoon, and evening, we use the preposition in, but we use the preposition for noon, at night, and at midnight. Clear? So let's recap on all this. So on is used with, I'm unmuting you all. Let me see how many of you are saying the answers. On is used with day and dates. I wanted all of you to open your mouth and say it. Okay? This has to be memorized. Unless we memorize this, we are not going to learn. It is impossible for us to do the exercises which are therein. Hereafter, we are going to do the exercises. Once we learn everything, then we are going to do the exercises here. So there are exercises, there are on page number 37. So before we move on to the exercises part of it, I wanted all of you to remember all these. So on is used with day and dates. First of all, let me ask you children, all of you please do sit straight. On is used with day and dates. No one is opening your mouth. I've kept it unmuted. On is used with, open your mouth and tell me. On is used with
Day and date.
Day
and date.
dates. Yes. And in is used with the preposition in we use with months, year,
Months,
and
years,
parts of the day. Okay, repeat after me. In the preposition, we use the preposition in with months, year, seasons, and parts of the day. Say it again. We use the preposition in with months, year, seasons, and the parts of the day. Clear? And the last preposition we have learned in today's class is about at. We use the preposition at with when we speak about the exact or the specific time, and also when we talk about or when we say about noon, at night, and at midnight. Clear to all of you? Clear? Okay. Now for time being, you do one thing. All of you take your rough book. Just we'll write it once more. Once, then all of you take your rough book. Otherwise, we're not going to learn. Let's revise. So today's topic is preposition of time. Preposition of time. Clear? Okay. Under the preposition of time, we learnt about 3 prepositions. That is the first one we learnt about on. On is used with day. Day means all the days. That is all the 7 days. Days and dates. Please do write it in your rough book. On is used with day and dates. Unless you write it, you're not going to learn. Take a rough book or any page or anything, whatever is there, take it and please do write it. And we'll move on to the next one, that is in. We use the preposition in with months, that is all the 12 months in a year. With year and also with seasons. Season means the different seasons, that is summer, winter, autumn, spring. Okay? And also with the parts of the day. Parts of the day. Parts of the day means in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. And also when we speak about in 5 minutes, in 2 hours, in 2 years, all these. Okay? The parts of the day. So just write there, parts of the day. So please, in is used with months, year, seasons, and parts of the day. On, we use the preposition on with days and dates. Days and dates. And the last but not the least, we are moving on to the last preposition, that is at. That when we speak about the specific or the exact time. Specific or exact time. We use the preposition at, and also at noon, at night, and at midnight. Okay, please do write this. Then we'll move on to the exercises. So once if you have written this, you're thorough with this. Have all of you finished? Let's move on to it. Let's move on to the exercise. So preposition of time. In today's class, we learnt about on, in, and at. On denotes days and dates. In for months, years, seasons, and parts of the day. At, we use it, denotes the specific or the exact time, or we also use it with at noon, at night, and at midnight. Okay. So let's move on to the exercise. Are you all ready? Learned it? Okay. Learned it by heart? Now let's move on to the exercise. All of you please do take your workbook. Yes. Are you all ready? Ready? I'll start with Emmanuel. Emmanuel, come on. Do the first one.
Yes, ma'am. I didn't take the page. Page number, ma'am.
Page number 37.
Page number 37.
Do the first one.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, dash 6 July.
Okay. Dash 6th July. What is it?
In 6th July.
No. 6th July is what? What is it? It is a 6th July is a date. I told you no. Today's date is 8th January. So it is a date. Okay. So 6th July is a date. With 2 Ds, which preposition do we use? Emmanuel. With days and dates. With days and days, which preposition do we use?
Ma'am, on.
Which preposition?
Ma'am, on.
Yes, on. Very good. On is used. We have already learnt it. On is used with day and dates. Clear?
Yes,
On is
ma'am.
used with day and dates. Okay?
Yes.
We have already learned, written that once. See here, on is used with days and dates. Okay? Yes. Now I'll move on to the second person, Ayush. Come on, Ayush. Ayush. Unmute it. Do the
Yes,
second
ma'am.
question. Do the second question.
And 15.
Read the question. I wanted all of you to read the question first, then tell me the answer.
10:30. 10:30.
10:30 a.m. It tells us about the exact time. So which preposition do we have to use? Come on, tell me. Ayush.
At.
At. Very good. At. That's why I've asked you to write it once. Didn't you write this? When we speak about the specific or the exact time, we have to use the preposition at. Remember it. So very good. So when we talk about the specific time, we use the preposition at. Very good. Now let's go on to the next person. Yes, Nived, come on, Nived. Do the next one. Do the third one, Nived. Quickly do it. Read the question. There's nothing much to read. You just read there, dash 1992. That's what you have to read there. Come on, Nived, read the question.
Dash
1992.
1992.
1992 means what? What is it?
Year.
It is a year. So with year, which preposition do we have to use? In, very good. Which with year, with months, and with season, we use the preposition in. Is that clear? Very good. Okay. Now I'll move on to Evelyn. Evelyn, come on, unmute it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, do the fourth one. Yes, first read the question.
8 o'clock.
Yes, dash 8 o'clock. It tells us about the exact time. So which preposition we have to use? Evelyn. At. Very good. At.
Mama.
Yes. Renfred, come on, Renfred. Do the next one. Fifth question. Unmute it. Yes.
Dash Wednesday.
Yes, dash Wednesday. So,
On Wednesday.
huh?
Ma'am, in.
How come? Wednesday is a day.
In.
No. Wednesday, who's telling me the answer?
Ma'am.
Renfred. Come on.
Yes, ma'am.
Wednesday. Yes. Do the fifth one for me.
In. On.
On. Why means day and dates. Wednesday is a day. Okay. So we have to use the preposition on. Please don't forget. See here, with days and dates. Days means all the 7 days in a week. Dates, you remember your birthday date. When is your birthday date? What is today's date? So these are the dates. Okay, so with the day and the dates, we use the preposition on. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. Ivan, come on, Ivan. Do the next one for me.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
March dash.
Dash March. So,
Ma'am, on.
yeah, March, it is a month. So with month, which preposition will you use?
On.
How come? With months, which preposition will you use, Ivan?
In.
Yes. With
Ma'am, in.
is a month. So we use a preposition in. Is that clear to all of you? Yes. Now we'll move on to Aradhya. Aradhya, come on, do the next.
1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Winter. 6.
Aradhya, do the next one.
Winter.
Yes, winter, dash winter. What is winter means what? What is it? It is a season. So with season, which preposition we use?
And at.
Come on.
Ma'am.
At. With seasons, which preposition? I don't want you to say the correct answer. With seasons, which preposition we use? Aradhya.
On.
How come? On we use only with days and dates. With seasons, which preposition we'll use? In. Okay, so with winter is a season, so we use the preposition in. Is that clear to all of you? Yes.
Begins. Evening. At evening.
Sarish, come on.
Morning.
For me.
At evening. Evening. Evening.
Evening. Okay. So which preposition?
In.
Yes, in the evening. Okay, in. Very good. Okay, parts of the day, that is in the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon. So we use the preposition in. Okay. Now, Devatma, come on, Devatma.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, do the ninth one. Yes, first read the question. Dash.
Night.
So,
night.
So when we speak, so at night, yes, it is at night. Okay, so when we speak about noon, night, and midnight, we use the preposition at. Very good. So we use at. Okay. Now, let's move on to the next. Okay, Agnes, come on, Agnes. Do the 10th one.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, 21. Dash 5 minutes.
Okay, so.
Minutes. In 5 minutes.
Very good. In 5 minutes. I showed you the chart. All of you, please have a look at it. See, this is what I showed you. In 5 minutes, in 6 days, in a week, in 2 years. Okay? So when we speak about all these 5 minutes, in 5 minutes, in 6 days, in a week, and in 2 years, we use the preposition in. Is that clear to all of
Thank you,
you?
ma'am. Yes.
Now we'll move on to, time is there still. So we'll be doing the exercises which are there in page 38. We'll do a few, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So before we wind up today's session.
Yes, ma'am.
So all of you please do take page number
Ma'am.
38.
I'm take. Ma'am, take.
Those who didn't get the chance can do it now.
Ma'am, Emmanuel get the chance.
Yes, yes, yes. Only those who didn't get it. Okay, so all of you
Yes,
please do take page number 38. Take
Yes,
page
ma'am.
38, all of you, and we'll do the exercise
Yes.
which is there in page
Take.
number 38. Okay?
Ma'am, exercise B.
Mm. Now, the first question is, I got up dash 5 o'clock this morning. I'll be calling out your names, okay? Okay. Abba, come on, Abba. Read the question.
I got up dash at 5 o'clock.
So, dash 5 o'clock this morning. So, which preposition we have to use there?
In.
No, we're talking about the time there, exact time. So, which preposition, Abba?
I get up at.
At. Have you understood? I got up 5 o'clock, exact time. So, we have to use the preposition at. Clear to all of you? Okay?
Yes.
When we speak about the exact or the specific time, we use the preposition at. I hope it's clear. Okay. Now we'll move on to the second one. Cinderella Cinderella's coach turned into a pumpkin Okay, Agnel Gills, come on. Agnel Gills, unmuted. Agnel Gills, unmuted. Yes, read the second question, which is there on page number 38. Cinderella's coach turned into a, you read it from your textbook. Yes? Read the question. Have you not unmuted it? Who's reading the question? Agnel Gills? Okay, Agnel Gills, read the question. Unmute it. Yes. Cinderella's. Come on, read the question. Cinderella's. Children, take your book, take page number 38 and read the question number 2. Cinderella's coach turned into a pumpkin dash midnight. Come on, read the question. I have to wait for you. Okay, Eden Ajay, come on, read the question. Read the second question. Unmute it.
Cinderella
Mm.
got
Coach.
turned into pumpkin dash me.
Dash midnight. So which preposition we have to use there? Is it on, at, or in? At, yes. When we speak about midnight, okay, we have to use the preposition at. Okay, I've already see you. When we use about midnight, we have to use the preposition at. Very good. Okay, now let's move on to the third question. I was born dash 19th March 2006. So which preposition we have to use here? I'll be calling you. Adrina, come on. Read the question.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, read the question. I was born. Yes, read the question. I was born. Adrina. Adrina, unmute it. Yes, Adrina, unmute it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, read the third question, which is there in page number 38. Read it quickly.
Yes. Born.
I was born.
I was born dash 19th March 2006.
Yes, okay. So, which preposition we have to use? On, at, or in? When we speak about the date,
In.
it is a date. So, what we have to use?
Ma'am, in.
When we speak about the date, what we have to use? Day and dates. It is a date, 19th March 2006. It is a date. So which preposition we have to use? Adrina.
At. Ma'am, at.
No. The first one, the day and the date. So which preposition we have to use? See here, Adrina, when we speak about the days and the date, we have to use the preposition. We have to use the preposition on. Okay. So I was born on 19th March 2006. So before we wind up the session, we'll be doing the rest of the exercises later. Okay. So before we wind up today's session, let's have a short recap. Okay. So on, we'll start with the preposition on. On is used with day and dates. Okay. In is used with months, year, seasons, and also with the parts of the day. Okay. At is used with specific or the exact time, and also when we speak about at noon, at night, or at midnight. Is that clear to all of you? So I hope it's clear to all of you. So when we do the exercises, which are there in page number 38 and 39, I hope the exercises will be more clearer for you. Okay, the concept will be more clearer for you. Okay, so the notes will be sent to you all, children. So it's time for us to wind up today's session. Bye, all of you. Bye, children. Bye. Okay, the notes will be sent to you. See that you copy down the all of you to